Hi, my name is Chad Williams, and today we're going to talk about a paired or repeated measures t-test. So let's start off by making some data. We're going to just do this as we normally do with the R norm function. So we have 50 people, and then we have, let's say, a mean of 5, standard deviation of 2, and then we have another group, or I should say another time, because we're doing a repeated measures design, so that's the same people more than once. And we have the same 50 people, but now they have a mean of 6 with the same standard deviation. So we can run that, and then we can change our column names as, let's say, time 1, and then time 2. And then there's our data. Now, really quickly, we can actually plot this or we could plot the means, I should say, in a bar plot. And there we go. So we got about 5 for time 1 and more than that, probably about 6 for time 2. But we could be more informative with our plots by doing the following. We can use the reshape2 package. And from that package, we're going to use the melt function to make our data into long format. And I know what this is going to give me. It gives me my first column is nonsense for me right now. Not really worried about it, so I'm just going to put NA, not interested. And then we're going to have our time variable, and then we're going to have our values. Now, what that looks like is this. So we just have our row numbers basically here, and it repeats. So it's actually our participant numbers here. And then we have our time, so time 1 or time 2. Then we have our values for each of these participants at time 1 and time 2. Now, I'm going to actually change long data column 2, so our group variable, into numeric numbers. So it's going to say 1 and 2 instead of time 1 and time 2. That way, we can plot it easier. And so what we're going to do is we're going to use a plot of long data 2 by long data 3. Now we see each individual points here. And so you see the mean is about 5-ish here, maybe about 6 here, and this spread is actually a lot less than this one over here. But that's random sampling for you. So now let's do the t-test. So let's start by creating a variable called t-test results. T.test, what we're going to do is we're going to put data, column 1, to data, column 2. Now what we have is we have a repeated measures design. So what we want to tell it is that. So we can put paired equals true. And then what we get are these results here. So let's walk through this a little bit. We have degrees of freedom of 49, which makes sense because we have 50 people at 2 different times. So our degrees of freedom is n minus 1. We have a t-value of negative 2.2205, and our p-value is 0.03104. So it is less than 0.05. So it is significantly different between the 2 times. And we have a difference of the means here. We also have our 95% confidence intervals here around the difference of the means. So what we can write is our t of 49 equals negative 2.22, p equals 0.0310. And there are our results.